Okay, good day sa mga student natin na engineering, most especially sa mga who are taking Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Okay, so welcome to Engineering Mechanics. Actually, Engineering Mechanics, parang ito yung foundation, karamihan ng major subjects ng CE in design. Dapat, as civil engineering student ka, you have to dive in ng paulit-ulit sa engineering mechanics from basic to a complicated question. Okay? Now, we try to answer number 1, no? Ang question na to, galing ito sa Engineering Mechanics by Ferdinand Senior, yung blue book na ginagamit natin. Okay? So, it says that a triangular block, this one, a triangular block shown is subjected to load P, 1,600, and load F, 600 pounds. So, if AB equals 8 inches and BC equals 6 inches, resolve its load into component, normal, and tangential to AC. Okay, so as I said, dapat, parang dapat good follower tayo, no? You have to follow instruction. Actually, instruction yan, no? Dapat magaling tayo sa reading, no? Para maintindihan natin ang instruction. Okay? So, ang sabi sa first sentence, the triangular block, ito, this one, triangle ABC. Diba? Meron dyan, theta. Actually, given din naman ang figure, no? Triangle ABC, triangular block ABC is subjected to load P, which is horizontal, no? Ito, 1,600, and load F, 600 pounds. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng first sentence. Then we proceed to second sentence. If AB, this one, if AB is 8 inches and BC is 6 inches, no? Resolve its load into component, normal, and tangential to AC. So, unahin natin muna ang length ng AB, 8 inches, at saka BC, which is 6 inches. So, eto class, yung given na figure, parang load diagram yan, no? So, next sinangunta, para second sentence, para kakitaan clearly how in length AB 8 inches and BC 6 inches. So, maghinang kita doon yung figure, no? Triangle ABC. So, ganito ang gawin natin, no? Yan. Diba? So, ito yung A mo, ito yung B mo, ito ang C natin. Okay, so this is theta. Diba? So, sabi sa second sentence, if AB is 8 inches and BC is 6 inches, okay? Kung magtanong ako, ano yung length AC? How will you solve for length AC? You can use, di ba, trigonometric function like SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tangent. Okay? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng SOHCAHTOA? Pwede din, Pythagorean theorem. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin ng SOHCAHTOA? Yung sine theta, which is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. And then cosine theta is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. And then tangent theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. Okay? And also, using Pythagorean theorem, denoted by C, no, is ABC. This one is C square equals A square plus B square. Okay? Now, ang SOHCAHTOA at saka Pythagorean theorem, we can only use SOHCAHTOA at saka Pythagorean theorem if the triangle is a right triangle. Pag ang triangle natin, hindi na siya right triangle, meaning obtuse or acute na siya, we cannot anymore use SOHCAHTOA and Pythagorean theorem. So, anong gagamitin natin? Pag ang triangle natin, hindi na siya right triangle. Ang pwede natin gamitin dito, dalawa. Diba? Dito, dalawa yan. Ano yun? Sine law and cosine law, no, sa trigonal. So kaya nga, no, the foundation for engineering mechanics is yung background mo dapat mataas, no, especially sa mathematics, algebra, and trigonometry. So, kailangan natin talaga yan sa engineering mechanics. Okay, so yun na ang, kung magtanong ako, no, ulitin ko, how will you solve for the length AC? Sabi ko kanina, we can use SOHCAHTOA, we can use, ano pa yun? Pythagorean theorem. Okay? Pero class, meron na tayong calculator, we can use Caltech, no? We just set our calculator to complex, no? We just set our calculator to complex, so mas mabilis ang pagkuha ng length AC at saka yung theta niya. Okay? Complex. Now, pinag-usapan na naman natin yung complex. Ano kaya ibig sabihin ng complex number? Ano ibig sabihin ng complex number? Diba? What do you mean by complex number? Ano ibig sabihin ng complex number? Taas ko muna. Actually, class, ang complex number is a combination of real number and imaginary number. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng complex number, no? Complex number is a combination of real number plus, ayan, and imaginary number. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin ng complex number. Now again, kung magtanong ako, ano ibig sabihin ng real number? Ito. Ano ibig sabihin ng real number? Lahat ng number na sa isipan mo, yan ang real number. Yung number wala sa isipan mo, yun, of course, imaginary number. Meron ba yun? Meron, di ba? For example, no? Square root of negative 4. Square root of negative 4. Ano kaya ang answer mo? Di ba undefined? No? We try sa calculator, para klaro eh. Square root of negative 4 equals. Ayan. Ito yung naka-complex. Wait. Ulitan natin muna. So, square root. Ulitin natin square root of negative 4 equals. So, math error siya. No? Undefined. So, yung number na yun, na square root of negative 4 is an imaginary number. Again, complex number is a combination of real number and imaginary number. Okay? So, pag ipa-plot natin, no, yung 8 at saka 6 sa Cartesian, we try to plot, no? Wait, move natin. Plot natin ang 8 at saka 6. Okay? Yung 6 is horizontal, ang 8. Sa Cartesian class, yung horizontal, that is our real part. Sa complex number, yung horizontal is our real part. Ito to. This one is our horizontal. Yan ang real part. And then, vertical, that is imaginary part. And follow? So, saan ba dyan ang 6? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yan. Then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yan, no? So, close natin. Yan. And then, this one. Okay. So, ito na class ang 6 mo. Ito yung 8 mo. This one is your theta. Okay. So, complex number, we can write complex number into two forms. Diba? If we denote this one by S, ito to, no? Yung side na to by S. So, we can write complex number into two form. Pwede siya rectangular form and polar form. Okay? So, ang rectangular form nito, given din naman ang kanyang horizontal and vertical, yung real part at saka imaginary part, your S is equals to 6 plus, di ba, 8i or j8. And you follow? Okay? So, ito ang kanyang horizontal. Ito ang kanyang horizontal. Ito ang kanyang vertical. Okay? Ito yung real part, ito yung kanyang imaginary part. So, sometimes 8i. Yeah, pero ako, J8. Okay. Now, ito na class yung rectangular form. The next is, pwede natin i-represent ang complex number by polar form. We just convert, no, using Caltech. Using Caltech, okay, paano ba yan? Pair, then to complex. So, naka-complex na yan. So, ano ba yun? 6 plus 8i. Okay, so 6, no? 6 plus 8. And then, I, okay, equals. Then, convert natin rectangular, no? Convert natin rectangular to polar. If then complex, and then 3. So, yan. Yan ang kanyang polar form. 10 angle 53.13 degree. Saan na ba yun? Okay, so, your S is 10 angle 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, yung side S mo is equals to 10. Diba? And then, yung theta mo is equals to 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, again, complex number. Pwede natin ma-represent ang complex number using rectangular form and the polar form. No, pareho lang yan, no? So, kung kailangan mo yung angle, anong gagawin mo? You convert that one to polar form. Kung kailangan mo yung kanyang horizontal at saka vertical, yung polar form, i-convert mo into rectangular form. Makikita mo siya. Ayan ito, no? 6 plus J8. Okay? So, go back to question. Sana. Okay, ito. So, naintindihan na natin, no? Yung if AB equals 8, and then BC equals 6. Okay, so using complex, pwede natin makuha yung AC. Which is equals to 10. Okay, so ano ba yung tanong niya? Resolve its load. Yung dalawang load na to, no? Ito. Resolve its load. So ano naman yung load na? Load P at saka load F. No? Into component. Normal and tangential to AC. Pag ibig sabihin natin, class, no, resolve its load. Let's say, considering load P. Considering load P, kasi its load siya, no? Considering load P, resolve its load. Resolve load P into component normal and tangential to AC. Actually, class, ang component naman, no? That is actually vertical and horizontal. Projection ng force. Okay? So dito, sabi dito, resolve its load into component. Resolve the load P into component normal and tangential to AC. Ano ibig sabihin ng normal to AC? Ito yung AC natin, di ba? Yan ang AC mo. Ang normal to AC is this one. And follow. Papunta dito. Yan. Papunta dyan, di ba? That is normal to AC. Actually, ang ibig sabihin ng normal, another term for normal, that is perpendicular. Okay? Yeah. The next one is the component of load P. The tangential component of load P to AC. So, saan dito, class, ang tangential component ng load P? No? Ito siya. Oh. Yan. Nandito, class, ang tangential component ng load P sa AC. Okay? Or sometimes, that is actually parallel, no? Ito ang kanyang perpendicular component. Ito ang kanyang parallel component. Oh, pag ikutin natin yan, so magiging, ganito Okay, so first thing to do, so alam mo na kung ano ibig sabihin ng resolve is load into component normal to AC. Ito, for load P. And then for load P. Then tangential to AC, ito siya. Dito ang kanyang component. Dalawa man yan, no? Dalawang component. Pag regular XY axis, yun na yung horizontal at saka vertical component of a force. Okay? So first thing to do, class, yung yung ano, yung incline AC, di ba? Ang incline, yung AC natin, naka-incline yan siya. Ito to, kita nyo? Yung AC natin, naka-incline. So, ang gagawin natin yan, ikutin natin, ha? Wag yung utak natin, no? Ang ikutin. Kasi hindi na siya normal pag naka-rotate na yung utak. Ang i-rotate natin, class, is yung alin? Yung incline AC. Di ba may angle yan siya? How much? 53. Di ba? Yung theta mo? 53.13. Okay, so ikutin natin yan, yung AC, na incline AC, ikutin natin into a horizontal. So, sanay kasi tayo mag-solve sa horizontal. Now, yung drawing natin, gawin natin ganito. Di ba? Okay. Ito yung AC mo. Di ba? Ito ang AC mo. I-rotate ko yan para maging horizontal. So, parang ganito na siya. Oops, sorry. Parang ganito siya, no? Yan. So, nandito na, class, yung incline AC mo. Ito na yung incline AC. Diba? Ito na yung incline AC. Okay? So, lagyan ko ng vertical. Lagyan ko ng vertical, ha? Ayan. Okay. Nasaan dyan yung load P? Kung ito ang AC, di ba, incline yan, gi-rotate ko yan para mahinang siya horizontal. Para madali lang. Kasi hindi ako sanay mag-solve naka-incline. Medyo mahirap, no? So, ikutin mo lang yung incline AC para maging horizontal. Okay? So, ito na yung AC natin. Horizontal lang siya. Next is, nasaan ba yung load P dito? Nasaan ang load P dito? Di ba ang load P, extend ko, Go back to drawing. Extend ko ito. Yan. Ito, still theta, di ba? Diba? Which is 53.13. So, the angle between, nasaan ba dito, class? Nasaan dito ang load P? Of course, dito siya, di ba? Nandito ang load P. Diba? Which is 1,600. Tama na? Clear na? Okay. So, ano yung angle na dito? Yan na yung angle theta. Diba? Between what? Between AC and P is 53.13. So, meaning, ang theta mo dito, class, is 53.13 degrees. And follow. Next. Nasaan dyan ang load F? Nasaan dyan ang load F? So, i-extend mo ito sa original figure. Yan. So, dito, banda saan ang load F? Ito yung AC natin, di ba? Ito yung AC mo. So, yung load F mo, di ba, dito yan. Yan. Yan ang load F, which is equals to 600. Yan. Okay. So, ano yung angle dito? Kung magtanong ako. Kasi kailangan mo yan. No? Kasi ang gagamitin natin is complex sa calculator. Ano yung angle dyan? Yan na yung angle dito, class. Di ba? Ito siya. I will erase this one, para clear. Tanggalin ko na ito. Oh, sorry. Yan. Tanggalin natin muna yan. Diba? Oops. Okay, extend ko ang load F doon. Diba? So, ito na yung theta dito, class, is this one. Diba? Oh, that is a right triangle. So, complement yan siya. How will you get this angle? Paano natin masolve yung angle na yan? That is 90 minus this one, diba? Which is 53.13. Okay, go back to calculator. 90, diba? 90 minus 53.13 degrees equals how much? 36.87. So, eto plus this one is 36.87. Yung angle dito is 36.87 between AC and F. So, between AC and F, which is, this is what? 30 what? 30 36.87 degrees. Okay? 36 equals natin. Equals 36.87 degrees. Okay? Tama na? Okay, 36.87 degrees. Okay. So, yung medyo na complicated ng drawing mo, naka-incline ang AC mo, kasi yun ang reference, no? Kasi ang sabi dito, resolve its load into component, normal and tangential to AC. So, naka-incline, medyo magulo, no? Medyo mahirap. So, ang gawin mo, i-rotate mo ang AC mo, gawin mo ganito. Be sure, yung P mo, ganun din, no? Kasi nag-rotate ka ng AC, rotate mo din yung P. Ang technique dyan, class, i-extend mo lang, no? I-extend mo dito. So, angle between AC and P is 53. And then extend mo ang F. Angle between AC and F is, of course, 36.87 degrees. Okay. Clear na ba? Okay. Balik kita. Ano bang tanong? Okay. Resolve its load into component normal and tangential to AC. So, unahin natin muna yung load P. Unahin natin muna yung load P. Nasaan ba dito, class, ang kanyang tangential? Ayun na yung horizontal, no? Yun na yung horizontal component. So, eto na, class, yung kanyang tangential. Okay? Ito ang normal component na load P. Okay? This is your tangential or sometimes horizontal na siya, no? Component, and then this one will be your vertical or normal component na load P. So, how will you solve using calc? So, may binigay dyan na load P 1,600 and angle theta 53.30 degree. Gawin mo lang itong polar form, no? P is equals to 1,600 angle 53.13. Diba? That is a complex number, naka-polar form. Anong gawin mo dyan? O, i-convert mo, syempre, into rectangular form para makita mo yung kanyang horizontal component at saka vertical component. So, 1,600 angle 53.13. Okay, set your naka-complex na yan. So, enter lang natin 1,600. Oh, negative, delete. And shift 53.13. Diba? O, equals. Yan, no? Matik, no? Ang 1,600 mo, naka-polar form yan, yung P mo, 1,600 angle 53.13. Okay, automatic, magbihil na yan siya in rectangular form, which is 960 plus J 1280. Okay, sana, okay, your load P is equals to, how much? 960 plus 1280. Okay. 960 plus J 1280. Okay. So, again, no? Yung polar form mo, para makuha mo yung kanyang horizontal component at saka vertical component, i-convert mo lang using calculator ang polar na 1,600 angle 53.30 degrees into rectangular form. So, the outcome is 960 plus 1280. So, explain ko, class, ha? Ito na yung okay, so ito na yung horizontal component niya. Okay. Ito na, class, ang horizontal component niya, and then ito na yung kanyang vertical component. Diba? Okay, so yung horizontal component natin, that is actually tangential component of P, which is tangential component ng P, kasi yun ang tanong, no? Ang tanong, resolve its load into component that is tangential. So, tangential, ito 960 to AC. And then, normal to AC, which is equals to 1280. Clear ba tayo? So, ito yung AC natin na, okay, di ba? Ito yung AC natin na incline. Ang ginawa natin horizontal. Okay, next is load F. Kasi it's load. It's load. So, how will you solve for load F? Paano mo makuha yung kanyang tangential and normal component ng load F? O, ganun pa rin, no? Okay, ang force F, force F is equals to 600, diba? Angle 36.87 degrees. So, using Caltech, 600, okay, angle what? 30, kalimutin na. Angle 36.87. Okay, angle 36.87 degrees equals, yan. Okay, SD, 480 plus 360. Your F is equals to 480 plus J, how much? J 360. Okay, J 360. Now, ano ang kanyang tangential component? Ayun na yung 480. Na? Ano ang kanyang normal component? 360. So, sa drawing na natin, no? This is actually your, di ba, force F ito. So, ito na yung kanyang normal component, which is 360, or vertical component ng F, diba? And then nasan ang kanyang horizontal component? Of course, this one, no? Yan ang horizontal component ng F, which is 480. Yan na rin ang tangential component na F. So again, no, ang required dito is resolve its load into component, normal, and tangential to AC. So, dapat alam mo kung ano ibig sabihin ng normal and tangential. Ang ibig sabihin ng normal, that is perpendicular. Ang ibig sabihin ng tangential, yung dalawang line, parallel. No? Okay, parallel to AC. So, ang reference is AC. So, ang given na figure, ang AC natin naka-incline, ang ginawa natin, pinaikot natin ang AC into perfect horizontal. Okay? And then, after that, no, ang force P, inikot din natin ang force P, no? And then force F, nandito din siya. Okay, so mas madali mag-solve ng ganitong figure. Okay, so thank you very much for watching.